us. It drives us to band together.
This is the Blue and Gold Network. Welcome to the Blue and Gold Network, Knox Central's premier student-led media outlet covering Knox Central sports, events, and beyond. As we celebrate 20 years on Panther Way, join us in hearing stories of past alumni, successes, and milestones. Be sure to stick around for a halftime show for interviews of notable KC coaches, teachers, alumni, and more. Thank you for being a part of the Blue and Gold Network and the Knox Central family. This is one of the only student-led broadcasts in the region. Thank you for supporting our stream and our media students. Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more. Pharmacy supports Knox Central Media and the Blue and Gold Network. Visit them at 511 Knox Street in Barville or call them at 606-546-3171. Knox Professional Pharmacy is your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and prescription needs.
Thank you to the Army National Guard for sponsoring this stream, Knox Central Media, and Athletics. Interested in college? Get up to 100% tuition covered. Find a local recruiter for more information or go to nationalguard.com.
Thank you to Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique for supporting this stream. Established in 2017, specializing in embroidery, screen printing, DTG, DTF, and boutique clothing. Find them at 1263 US 25E in Barberville or call them at 606-620-4002. Find them on Facebook at Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique.
Support the Knox Central Media students by following our social media outlets on Facebook at Blue and Gold Network and on YouTube at KCHS Panther News. This stream is exclusively produced by media students.
Millard & Castle, your auto accident attorney, located on the Court Square in Barberville, provides law services for personal injury, criminal defense, nursing home neglect, and auto accidents. Millard & Castle has been practicing law in Knox County for 25 years. For more information, call them today at 606-546-5114 or go to millardandcastle.net.
Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more.
Bombshell Beauties, located on Knox Street.
We all have a home at Knox Central. The culture in Knox County fuels us. It drives us to band together from all walks of life. From the hollers of Artemis and Prosper to the mountains of Flat Lick and Stinking Creek. The Cumberland River flows through our old Kentucky home. The hills of Cannon and Girdler to the familiar streets of Barberville. Our legacy depends on Knox Central. We are one county, united by one school, with one vision.
Knox Central Panthers back to Rupp Arena 3 years in a row, folks.
We all have a home at Knox Central.
And it takes it in, Knox Central, Class 4A regional champion. Knox Central High School.
All you have to do is ask yourself, why not KC? We all have a home at Knox Central.
This
is the Blue and Gold Network.
Welcome to the Blue and Gold Network, Knox Central's premier student-led media outlet covering Knox Central sports, events, and beyond. As we celebrate 20 years on Panther Way, join us in hearing stories of past alumni, successes, and milestones. Be sure to stick around for a halftime show for interviews of notable KC coaches, teachers, alumni, and more. Thank you for being a part of the Blue and Gold Network and the Knox Central family. This is one of the only student-led broadcasts in the region. Thank you for supporting our stream and our media students. Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more. Pharmacy supports Knox Central Media and the Blue and Gold Network. Visit them at 511 Knox Street in Barville or call them at 546-3171. Knox Professional Pharmacy is your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and prescription needs.
Thank you to the Army National Guard for sponsoring this stream, Knox Central Media, and Athletics. Interested in college? Get up to 100% tuition covered. Find a local recruiter for more information or go to nationalguard.com.
Thank you to Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique for supporting this stream. Established in 2017, specializing in embroidery, screen printing, DTG, DTF, and boutique clothing. Find them at 1263 US 25E in Barberville or call them at 606-620-4002. Find them on Facebook at Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique.
Support the Knox Central Media students by following. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Panther Den, where your Knox Central Lady Panthers will be taking on the Lynn Lady Wildcats tonight in a big district matchup. Lady Panthers are 4-0 on the season with wins against North Laurel, Clay County, and Pineville. So looking for a big district win tonight and then go. They play Barville next week and hoping to take a big game down there. So it's a little weird for me right now because I remember my first streams, and I remember calling soccer games and volleyball games my first few streams, but not doing football. Last Friday was my 50th stream, which feels crazy, but tonight we have somebody's first stream, a sophomore media student, Emily Jordan, tonight. Emily, how you feel about tonight?
A little nervous, but excited, ready to watch these girls play.
And so I remember my first stream. It was a boys soccer game between Middlesboro and us, and we ended up winning. It was one of the first games we had won in the last 5 years, and I was a nervous wreck. And so I completely understand whatever nerves you're feeling right now, because I certainly was feeling them. We only had maybe 10 people watching that game, but my nerves were through the roof. So like I said, they're undefeated so far this year. They got a big win against North Laurel at home. I watched that game. They look really good. They look much more mature than they have the last couple of years. A lot of good sets, just spiking the ball really well, making good contact with the ball, making good decisions. And they ended up, they started up 2-0. They almost won that third set, and then North Laurel almost made a comeback there at the end. In that fifth set, they made a big comeback to win that fifth set, and good wins against Clay County. Pineville, they won 3-1, but it was neck and neck. Every single set was neck and neck with the Lady Mountain Lions. So we have about 2:45 until the first serve here at the Panther Den. Like I said, this is a matchup that Panthers can't look over. I know the last 2 years they always start off rocky against the Lady Wildcats. They won't drop the first set, but that first set will go into extra points, and it'll usually be a final score maybe 27-25 in that first set right there, and they'll give them some troubles. Then that second set they'll really get in that groove, 25-6, 25-3, and really take it away in those second and third sets. So if you're Amy Gross and the Lady Panthers tonight, you're looking for a good win, you're looking for a big win. But the Lady Wildcat team is somebody, I've asked around, and they're tougher this year. They're not gonna lay down, they're not gonna back down, and so I've been told they've been a lot better this year. They've improved a lot and all that. And, of course, you have a new hire there as one of your coaches, Janet Jones, somebody that I knew that worked at the middle school here at Knox County Middle School. Always been a class act. It's good to see her over there, as well as Marcus McKeon being brought on over there as the boys basketball coach. And, again, another one of those guys that I worked with at Knox County Middle School. And again, like I said, one of those class act guys, one of those guys that you'll always see in the hallways. He'll say hey to you. And so with this being your second year in media, what all so far have you done for Blue and Gold?
Mostly I've took photos for football, basketball. Never done volleyball. This is first ever volleyball. So
yeah,
that's exciting.
Yeah, volleyball, I remember my first ever volleyball stream was completely on accident. I had just gotten home from an academic team meet my freshman year, and I go in, I see there's a bunch of people over here, so I walk in, they're playing Clay County, and they're on the second set. It's neck and neck, and I walk up here to talk to Matlock, and my dad, texts me, he's like, come on to the car, we're going to go. And Matlock's like, you just want to get on the call? And I was like, sure. So I just hopped on. I knew nothing about it. I went in there. a lot of the volleyball players weren't very happy with me because I didn't know any of the terms, anything to do with the game. I didn't know any of the players' names. It was definitely, but that's something about high school that I really had to learn, is that whenever you just throw yourself into new things, you're gonna learn a lot more by just trying out new things. Throwing a cake at the wall, seeing what sticks, and that's how you find your footing, especially in media when it comes to sports and stuff. I mean, I've played football, I've played basketball, I've played baseball. So those are sports I was well versed in. But when it came to calling soccer, when it came to calling volleyball, and all that sort of the sports that I had never talked about and covered before or even watched. But we're going to go to the national anthem here before our game starts here.
The Kentucky High School Athletic Association requires officials to enforce sportsmanship rules. High school athletics emphasize positive values. All parties have worked hard to create a sense of teamwork, responsibility, and perspective. We remind you that officials expect good behavior and will quickly penalize misconduct. We encourage and appreciate your help. To begin, let's meet the squad from Lynn County. Number 3, Emma Burnett. Number 13, Brissa Mirakai. Number 8, Destiny Chancellor. Number 16, Jaden Petrie. Number 5, Isabella Hart. And number 24, Haley Martin. And now for your Knox Central Lady Panthers. Starters, number 2, Emma McDonald. Number 12, Andy Jones. Number 18, Katie Collins. Number 3, Ava Brown. Number 10, Blakely Gassel. Number 15, Tara Schroeder. Reserves, Amelia Ledford. Bethany Shute. Kendall Williamson. And that's it. Thank you. Let's play volleyball.
So I think we're going to go ahead and jump straight into the game. I don't think we were going to do a national anthem, but you got your starters. You got Katie Collins out there, and then you got Emma McDonald, Kenny Jones, Ava Brown, Amelia Ledford, and all them out there. So you only have 2 seniors on this year's volleyball team, Emma McDonald and Amelia Lord. Amelia Lord, who is she doesn't dress. She's injured right now. Injury, it's been nagging her for a while. She also played softball. I know you played softball. And so how's that going to formulate this year?
I think we'll be good. I can see us kind of struggling just a bit, trying to fill out positions and stuff, but we have a lot of girls coming up. We have a lot of new freshmen, new people coming out, people who've played basketball, people who've played in the past.
Yeah.
Losing 6 seniors really hurts us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Losing our catcher is probably the biggest loss.
Yeah.
But
so our first serve will come from Blakely Castle. Gets it over there, but that's a way far serve. Point Linkamp. So when we talk about that softball team from last year, you ended up losing that district championship to Pineville. But then you came back in that region tournament, and you ended up falling short to a very good Harlan Independent team.
Yeah.
So what was it like as a freshman to be able to compete at that capacity?
It was a great opportunity. It was really fun playing with those girls. We had a lot of seniors who were very talented, very good leaders. Jamie Swafford, Hannah Melton, all amazing. It's very different coming up and playing high school versus middle school.
Absolutely.
Because you play like you play second, you play short for middle school, and then you come in and you play second, and it's just
Completely
a
different.
whole nother ball game.
Absolutely. So like I said, you're kind of struggling right now, down 2-0 to the Campers. As Castle gives a set to Jones. Jones spikes
Nice.
it. I mean, nothing you can even do right there if you're Lynn Camp. That's kind of what you've been seeing if you've been watching Lady Panther volleyball. You know, you'll see a set from Castle, and Jones will just come in, or Emma McDonald will come in, just spike the ball, and there's nothing you can even really do about that. That was definitely, as that ball looked, it looked out
That
from
was
up
out,
here.
yeah.
Absolutely. And scores 4-1 Lynn Camp. Ooh. Katie Collins not able to get back from that pass right there from Amelia Ledford. So I remember, like I said, about 2 years ago, Lynn Camp gave them some struggles there in that first set, and I remember last year as well. Of course, you have Coach Emily Middleton not out right now. Just had a kid. As Emma McDonald, good block right there. Sorry, I believe it's called a dig. Good pass. Emma McDonald gets it up. Blakely set, gets it to Jones. Millie Blakely. Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
Hits that little obstruction.
Just barely
right there.
got.
Yeah. So you've not taken pictures for volleyball?
I haven't done anything for volleyball. This is really first time ever coming out and working media for it.
You've kind of had a bit of a, not even a blue and gold network, as Brown just tips it right over the net. Good set right there. As Ledford, that's going to be called in right there.
That was really close,
it's a close call to make. That ref has a way better angle than we do.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, we're going to go to ad break. This
This
is
the Blue and Gold Network.
Welcome to the Blue and Gold Network, Knox Central's premier student-led media outlet covering Knox Central sports, events, and beyond. As we celebrate 20 years on Panther Way, join us in hearing stories of past alumni, successes, and milestones. Be sure to stick around for our halftime show for interviews of notable KC coaches, teachers, alumni, and more. Thank you for being a part of the Blue and Gold Network and the Knox Central family. This is one of the only student-led. So what I was going to say is you kind of had a non-blue and gold resurgence in photography. You got a couple of KC students down there who aren't even in media who just kind of started their own little photography thing. I know you have Abby Hensley and Allie Brown doing their own little photography things. I know they've been doing bookings and stuff for some players. That doesn't get over the net right there. Point Lynn Camp. So it's great to see that. I know Mr. Matlock has been working to make photographer a paid position here at Blue and Gold, as we only have two. You got your cameraman and the commentators right here. But photography has always been really important to what Blue and Gold has been. As it started out just being pictures and stuff, or if Blue and Gold used to be just Travis Mills and Eric Hubbard. And, now it's completely student ran. Mr. Matlock is the only adult that really helps out. I mean, you'll have Mr. Miller come up every now and then and help out, but that's really about it. And so as Knox Central gets another point, wonder what Mr. Gross said during that timeout right there. So someone who's played a varsity sport, so whenever you're playing against a team and you get down real quick, is there really anything special that like your coaches would say to you that really stuck out to you?
Honestly, majority of the time you'll have a coach come in. It's one or two things. Either they'll come in and try to get you back up, try to get you back into it, or our softball coach, Daniel, he's really good at coming in and just telling you a joke or telling you something, get your mind off of it, and telling you to get back in it. Just forget what you've done, mistakes, anything, and keep playing.
Oh, absolutely. That's definitely because especially when you're, you had a pretty young. Aside from those 6 seniors that you had, there's another point for Knox Central. They cut the deficit to 3 here in the first set. But still a pretty young softball team, other than those 6 seniors that you had. So it is high school is such a maturity thing, and playing the sport for so long, and so that's going to be another point for Knox Central. So. No, like I said, only 2 seniors. You do have a couple juniors. You have a couple sophomores. You have a pretty even mix of freshmen, sophomores, and juniors and seniors. It's not senior heavy. It's not junior heavy. It's not sophomore heavy. So, as there goes another point for Knox Central. So, I played football for 2 years before deciding not to play this year. I played basketball for a little bit there. And seniors are always so important to a team. And whenever you talk about the foundations of teams, whether it be football, basketball, softball, baseball, or anything, those seniors are your foundation. They're the people who've played the sport for 3 years. So you know that these girls look up to Amelia and Emma, and just like you would in any other sport.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And this team, it seems like they're a very young team coming out. And
absolutely.
Looks like they got a couple of freshmen on there, and they got sophomores.
It's very, very well balanced. It's I know a lot of times you'll see sports where, you have a very heavy senior class or a very heavy junior. Like I know our football team we have about 15 juniors, but only maybe 6 seniors. And so every now and then you'll see a group like that, especially like in basketball. Last year we were very senior heavy when it came to girls basketball. And so you got these girls who are coming up here to make another statement whenever it comes region time. They just haven't been able to quite get past that semifinal game, so you're looking for a big run from those girls this year. You're getting a new coach in boys basketball. You got a couple of seniors in there. And, but yeah, good serve there. Spikes it over the net as Jones passes it. Set from Castle, spike from McDonald. Brown passes it. Set from Castle again as McDonald gives it another good cut at the ball as that, number 13 right there, she just went up with it. And just kind of a little mental mistake there from the campers. That's another thing about volleyball that's so interesting to me is that everything is so split second and everything is so, you have to think so quickly. Like that ball right there, or a ball like when Blakely Castle serves, she likes to give a real good cut at it. And so the ball, most likely it'll be out. When you're in that position, you don't even know where that line is behind you. You don't have, when that ball is coming flying straight at you, you don't have the time to think, well, the angle of the ball's going this way or this and that, or maybe it's going to go this hard this way. You got to boom, 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 boom. Like there's no rhyme or reason about it. You just got to make a play. Yeah. And that's why I think volleyball is so incredibly difficult. Good serve there.
Another good serve from Brown.
Absolutely. It's another pass as Blakely's going to set it again for McDonald, but she's going to tap it on over. Just gets it over the net. Live to see another point. It's a good spike right there. She's got to get over the net right there. Oh, good play right there as Caitlin Collins gets it right back up, and Kennedy Jones just pushes it right back over. Another great play right there. As it kind of feels like Lynn Camp is just, they're just not applying any pressure after they got those first 7 points. It's like every ball, they're just trying to spike it as hard as they can, and mental mistakes like that will be what kills you. And that's the kind of pressure that I was trying to say. That's what I was going to lead into, is that they need to give that kind of pressure right there. They took the words right out of my mouth. But pressure is a big thing when it comes to volleyball. And so when you have somebody like Emma McDonald or Kennedy Jones that can just go up there and spike the ball as hard as they can and keep it in that square, it's intimidating. That serve does not get over the net. Point Knox Central as they lead 11-9, I believe. So, I like to kind of compare it to, whenever you're, if you're playing softball, kind of like moving your fielders around. So, was there ever a hitter that your coach was like, okay, you need to be ready for this guy, or you need to be ready for this person to get a real hard hit right here. Maybe they pull the ball a lot. So is that something you kind of plan for each hitter throughout the game?
That's something we try to. Our catcher, Hannah, she was really good about watching where people would set up in the box and seeing if they'd pull a ball. and you come back in the dugout, and she'd be like, hey, she's pulling everything right field, cheat a little to your right, or go a little to your left, or she's really hitting those line drives.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
So it's another point for Knox Central right there, is they have went on a little 11-2 run over the last 13 points. So that goes back to that senior leadership that I was talking about earlier when it comes to sports. Katie Collins is going to serve the ball great.
Nice
serve.
serve.
Right there. Amazing serve. That ball's
That's
going to
gonna
go out. If you listened in on our Whitley County live stream when we played Whitley County in football last Friday, you would know that Steve Black talked a whole lot about the battle for the brass lantern tonight over there at Union Union Commonwealth University's football field. It's still weird to say. They're taking on the University of the Cumberland's Patriots. Always been a pretty steep rivalry there. You know, Williamsburg and Barville aren't that too big of a trip right there. Again, mental mistake.
Yeah.
Just a mental mistake. That's little things. So I participate on the golf team, and that's that's the equivalent right there of a bad chip, or maybe taking your iron, just taking a cut at it, and the ball goes 10 feet. Just little small things that'll kill your team. So while they just let the ball sit in front of their feet. You've lost a point. Now the ball goes to the other team serving. They've got the advantage. You're up 5. Now Knox Central is still up 5 points. I mean, so while it may just look that one play, it may just be one small mental mistake on that play. But when you make a mental mistake every single play, it adds up. It adds up. It adds up.
Yeah, I think Knox Central here has really put pressure on Lynn Camp and caused them to overthink a couple of balls, I think.
Oh, absolutely. Good serve right there as Millie's able to, as Blakely. I thought she was going to set it right over there too.
That was
a good play. Point Knox Central, I believe, maybe a double tap. Good serve from McDonald, makes it over. Set right there, tries to spike it over. It's going to go in. That was in. That ball was in. Hit that back corner right there. It's such a difficult play to make. Especially in that spike. That spike kind of rainbowed over right there. I know Caitlin Collins was definitely expecting more of a downward spike and was playing it low. So when that ball goes rainbowing over your head, you don't really expect it.
Yeah, that really is one of those balls that's kind of like you don't expect to get to. That's good tip by Jones.
Absolutely. Panthers lead by 5 now here in the first set. Just got to take care of business from here on out. You're on a 16-5 run. I'm not sure Miss Gross gave a little big pep talk over there. Miss Gross, now the alternative school principal, before being she was a geometry teacher and a little bit of algebra 1 teacher up here at the high school. Collins not able to get a hold of that one. Just falls right before her feet. The Panthers win tonight. They will have a district win over Lynn Camp and Pineville. Pineville, the reigning district champs. You're going against Barville next week. It's a big rivalry game right there. Last year they lost to Barville, and but it's Knox Central versus the city school. Ain't nothing about it. Doesn't matter what sport it is. Doesn't matter who's playing. It's going to be close. Serve's going to be for Lynn Camp right here as Panthers still hold on to a 3-point lead. That serve's going to go right into the net, extend that lead to 4 points.
Yeah, I think the best thing for these girls here to do is come out, get this win, go into Barville with 2 district wins.
5-0 in the season as well.
Yeah.
Undefeated in region play. But yeah, this game's massive. It may not look like much, but that's a good serve right there. But a great play right there from Lynn Camp as that scores them a point. They're still hanging in there. Like I said, they're going to hang tough. They aren't going to lay down. They've improved a lot over the years. Get a good serve right here. This Castle is going to set it for Jones. Jones just tips it over. Just that's another thing. You're expecting a hard spike right there from Jones, and then she just taps it right over.
Yeah, her being able to switch it up and not let them predict what she's about to do is really a good strength to have for her.
Absolutely. Jones, great serve right there from Jones, but ball almost gets over the net. Kind of looked like she was trying to angle that ball a little bit higher so she could get a set right here and then maybe try and get in a good spike, but that ball was just a little bit too far and straight and almost over the net for Camper to get to it. Another good serve from Jones.
Another beautiful serve from Jones.
Amazing.
Oh.
Mental mistake again.
Yeah.
Just also communication, such a heavy aspect of softball. But back to what I was saying about photography, you've got 3 blue and gold photographers and you have 2 independent photographers down here. And Scott Warren is not here tonight, but he is usually down there with the camera every single time. It's going to be a point Lynn camp. But yeah, it's weird not seeing old Scott down here. Usually he's down either right behind that line judge back there or he's back over here in the corner.
It is great to see all these girls come out and
Absolutely.
taking photos and everything.
Tries to get it over. That's going to be point Knox Central. That was just outside that baseline right there. So blue and gold, we haven't really hit the chaotic part of the year. We get real chaotic there in district time and region time. We're doing a whole lot of stuff because not only are we are not the Blue and Gold Sports Network, we are the Blue and Gold Network. There's another point for Knox Central, extend their lead to 5, but we are the Blue and Gold Network, so we cover choir concerts, band concerts, our art festival. We like to cover every bit, not just sports, not just our football, basketball, baseball teams. We cover everything. As it's a great play right there from Knox Central. 2 more points, and you put away this set and try and get the next 2. Get out of here. Good serve from Brown.
Yeah, these freshmen that they've got, they are really coming out strong.
Absolutely. Another pass right there. Goes to Spike. It gets it over the net. Collins as Jones.
Good play by Jones.
Diving play there from Jones. Gets it over the net. Another spike from the Campers. Collins sets it up for McDonald. Doesn't get it over the net. But Jones almost saved the point right there. Would have been a great play as Millie Ledford is going to check in for Ava Brown. Another serve from Lynn Camp. Gets it over the net, but a little wayward. Volleyball also a good Kentucky sport, as Kentucky's volleyball team has won a national championship here in the past recent years. Always been a staple of those programs. We will be streaming tomorrow night at Marion County, taking on the Knights in good old Lebanon. It's just going to be me and my partner Chase Mills running the tech up here, so it's a 2-man show. Definitely going to make a haul, about 2 hours. Marion County looking to get a win up there in on their home turf, but you know, Knox Central been preparing all week for this. They're back for blood as they lost to Whitley County last week in a fashion they didn't really want to lose to. As Knox Central has a match point right here of this set. Castle gets it over. Good set right there. Spikes it. Ledford diving play as Blakely just kind of hits it right behind her head, and I believe that would have been the 4th hit right there. So what was it like being down on the field taking pictures for that game last Friday?
Well, other than hoping to not get hit, it was fun. It's cool to be that close up and seeing our coaches and our staff, how everything just works. It's like a well-oiled machine. It's
absolutely. But yeah, that ends the set. Knox Central's up 1-0. We will go to ads. This
is the Blue and Gold Network.
Welcome to the Blue and Gold Network, Knox Central's premier student-led media outlet covering Knox Central sports, events, and beyond. As we celebrate 20 years on Panther Way, join us in hearing stories of past alumni, successes, and milestones. Be sure to stick around for a halftime show for interviews of notable KC coaches, teachers, alumni, and more. Thank you for being a part of the Blue and Gold Network and the Knox Central family. This is one of the only student-led broadcasts in the region. Thank you for supporting our stream and our media students. Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more. Pharmacy supports Knox Central Media and the Blue and Gold Network. Visit them at 511 Knox Street in Barville or call them at 606-546-3171. Knox Professional Pharmacy is your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and prescription needs.
Thank you to the Army National Guard for sponsoring this stream, Knox Central Media, and Athletics. Interested in college? Get up to 100% tuition covered. Find a local recruiter for more information or go to nationalguard.com.
Thank you to Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique for supporting this stream. Established in 2017, specializing in embroidery, screen printing, DTG, DTF, and boutique clothing. Find them at 1263 US 25E in Barberville or call them at 606-620-4002. Find them on Facebook at Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique.
Support the Knox Central Media students by following our social media outlets on Facebook at Blue and Gold Network and on YouTube at KCHS Panther News. This stream is exclusively produced by media students.
Millard & Castle, your auto accident attorney, located on the Port Square in Barberville, provides law services for personal injury, criminal defense, nursing home neglect, and auto accidents. Millard & Castle has been practicing law in Knox County for 25 years. For more information, call them today at 606-546-5114 or go to Millard.
Hello and welcome back to the Panther Den. Knox Central took down Lynn Camp here in that first set, so looking to win these next two sets. Trying to go on home here. So who am I here with now as Emily Jordan is checked out?
Hi, everyone. My name's Shelby Smith, and both teams are playing very great right now.
So you're a freshman here at Knox Central. You interviewed Sonny Ann Parton at Friday night's game. So I know, I was talking to Emily about this, I know I was a nervous wreck for my first stream. So how are you feeling about tonight?
Yes, I'm feeling a little bit better than I did on Friday night, but I'm a little bit more confident now.
Absolutely. So you were taking pictures down there. So taking pictures, I've done that. I've done a couple volleyball games, a couple basketball games. So like I was saying to Emily, we have 3 people down there for Blue and Gold, and we have 2 people who are just independent photographers. So taking pictures is that's really important. So is that something you really enjoy?
Yes, I enjoy doing it. One thing Blue and Gold's good at is we cover all ground. We broadcast, we take pictures, and everybody's here. If you're in the media class, you're here.
Absolutely. I know, I'm in that 4th period dual credit class, and ever since I was a freshman in that first period class, he was recruiting everybody. If somebody walked up to his desk, he'd go, oh, you want to take pictures? No, you want to do this? And people who never touched a camera before, he would say, oh, you want to take pictures?
Yes. And everybody enjoys it too, you know.
Absolutely.
It's not a job, it's an enjoyment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something, that's why I chose to, not really play high school sports. I played football for 2 years and a little bit of basketball, and I almost played baseball there for a minute.
Yeah.
But it's something that you just enjoy. You get, I know I was talking to Emily about paid positions and all that. We only have 2 of those. We're looking to get a 3rd for photography, but so you can get paid to do this for a student, no matter who you are, no matter what age you are. That was definitely something I look forward to whenever I was a freshman. But yeah, I remember all the perks that Matlock promised me that he hasn't fallen through with yet.
Yeah.
Just joking. But yeah, I remember being in that first period, Introduction to Media Arts. So what? How has this new group of freshmen? How well have you meshed with these media kids?
Oh, we love it. We have already done many projects, and it's just so fun to be in that class. He makes it very enjoyable.
Absolutely. I remember. So it was his. I'm a junior, and we were his first class that he had. He had STLP, and he had some media.
Yeah.
He had kids come in, but he was teaching special ed with your mom.
With my mom,
with your mom, of course. And so they go way back. And but ever since because I remember I was gonna take marketing because I knew I wanted to do commentating, but I was like, the only thing I can do is take marketing. And hope that Eric and Travis and them will let me on a live stream here and there. I
Yeah.
know, but a big factor in that was Miss Sunny Ann Parton, who you interviewed Friday night. She helped kind of steamroll our first few streams there. She called football, basketball, everything, the whole nine. She's amazing at what she does, and now that she's up at UK, being able to do what she's been doing, is definitely putting Knox Central on the map whenever it comes to media.
Oh, yeah. Media is a great way to get kids out there. I play 2 sports, and it's very helpful when people come out here, take pictures for you. It really boosts your confidence sometimes.
Absolutely. So Knox Central leads 4-2. Amazing spike there from Jones, which Jones caused a little bit of a mishap there, but Castle not able to get that serve over the net. Linkamp's only down 1 here in this second set.
This has been a battle from the beginning.
Yes, it has. Set there from Collins, a pass from McDonald as Blakely's just going to get it over as nobody gets to it. Number 3 tries to make a dive and play right there for Linkamp, but unsuccessful as Jones is going to come up here and serve the ball.
Kennedy Jones have had a few spikes this set, too.
Oh, absolutely. Gets it over. Amazing spike right there. Doesn't even touch the ball. A great ace there from Jones. I'm surprised we haven't seen very many aces today.
Yes.
For Knox Central.
I love watching volleyball because of their celebrations.
Absolutely. And, of course, I've been to the softball games. You guys kind of have your own little chant.
We do.
That's one of my favorite things about watching baseball and softball is they have a chant for just about anything that happens. I've been to a lot of baseball games, and they literally have a chant for anything that happens, whether it's from a mound visit to a second foul ball in an at bat or an errant pitch. I mean, it's crazy.
Chance keep it fun, that's for sure.
Oh, absolutely. As Jones gets a good pass right there. Blakely Castle going to set it as Ava Brown just tips it over. And it's going to go out. Knox Central point right there. So Linkamp has started off with at least 2 points to nothing over Knox Central the last 2 sets, but have not held on yet once Knox Central took back the lead. So they're hoping this second set right here maybe fight back, cut that deficit down here within these next few points, or Knox Central will run away with this set and maybe even the third as well.
All of our girls are playing big parts. Number 3, Ava Brown, she's an 8th grader. She is coming up, and she's playing. I know number 15, Karis, she's also an 8th grader, and they're playing big parts.
So that's what I was kind of talking with Emily. Is it's not senior heavy, it's not junior heavy, it's not it's very well balanced. Like you have 1 senior out there, you do have 3 or 4 juniors, but that's all your juniors right there on the team, or all starters, and as well, like you were saying, 8th graders and stuff. I know you guys have a lot of freshmen coming up for the softball team. So being this young, how are you feeling this year on the diamond?
I'm confident. Our basketball team, too, we don't have any seniors this year. So we have a couple juniors, though. But me and Kylie Smith are the only freshmen. And, Kaylee, Gabriel Garrison, she's going to be a freshman, too.
You guys all play basketball as well.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
Set from Castle, spike from McDonald, doesn't get over the net. Just a poorly timed spike right there. As Millie Ledford's going to check in for Ava Brown.
9-4 is Panthers leading.
Just a errant play right there. Like I said, Campers fighting back right here. Got 2 points of the last. They've won 2 of the last 3 points right here. So looking to cut that deficit down even more, maybe even fight back and win a set. As that ball gets over the net. Good pass there right there from Collins. A set. Get a good spike right there. Ledford passes it up. Blakely sets it. Gets a spike.
Good spike by Karis.
Absolutely. Extend that lead to 4. 15 more. Get this set. But you can't get complacent. You can't think that set's won or even the game's over. I know, like I was saying last year and the year before, they get a little complacent here in these first and second sets. As that ball does not get over the net, it's going to be the 7th point for Linkamp.
That's with any sport too. You can't be complacent. You got to keep going. Got to keep fighting.
Absolutely. So when you did you take pictures Friday night at the Whitley County game?
I didn't,
Oh, you did not.
but lots of my friends did.
That's right.
Yep.
I knew we had a lot of photographers out there. I
Yes.
know Emily was one of
Emily
them.
was, yeah.
But yeah, definitely an entertaining game. I remember we were
Yes.
starting the third quarter at midnight.
Yeah, late game for sure.
Yeah, and then Marion County, we start pretty late there.
Mhm.
And I probably won't be getting home till about 2:30, 3 o'clock that Saturday morning. And but yeah, it's about a 4-hour round trip.
Yes.
It's gonna be a late kickoff. It should be about 9:30. I know it's listed at 8:30, but there is a game happening beforehand, so who knows if it goes overtime or anything like that. But because I remember we played South Laurel last year at South Laurel for a bowl game, and we were the second kickoff. I didn't get home till about 1:30.
Oh, yeah. I remember that game.
Yeah, that's a 20-minute drive. Pass from Millie, set from. I thought it was going to be a set right there.
Yeah,
pass, so
me
I
too.
thought that was going to be a set. I was expecting Dawn to kind of rotate around there and give a good spike, but that extends the lead to 2 for the Lady Panthers.
The Panthers have a good rotation too. They know each play.
Another good pass right there, but just a bad hit right there.
Emma McDonald's is serving for the Panthers. It is over.
Pass right there. Just gets it over the net, but that's 4 hits right there. Kind of what I was saying. I was telling Emily this. It feels weird because I was talking to Mr. Matlock. He's told me this the past few days. Like, I'm on the downhill. I feel like my first stream was yesterday. I feel like time has absolutely flown by with all the basketball, volleyball, soccer, football,
Yes.
the whole 9, everything. It goes by quick. And he was like, well, you have to show the ropes to these people. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm still a freshman. I don't know. And I'm like, golly, it feels insane to be a junior and to be able to bring freshmen like you on here and a sophomore and Emily Jordan up here. So with your first, I believe your first 3 weeks of high school in here, so how you settle in here at the Panther Den?
I'm loving it. It's a big adjustment, but I've grown already, I feel.
But yeah, those first few weeks are always so weird.
Yeah.
You got those class changes and everything. You're learning your teachers. You don't know anybody in the building, which I know. You get up here with your mom. That's how I was because my
I've
dad's
been
a
up
principal.
here.
Yeah, dad's a principal, mom's a teacher. So whenever kids would be like, "Oh, where's this classroom?" I'm like, "You don't know where that's at? It's right down the hall." And they're like, "I've never been here before." I'm like, "You've never been here before?"
Yeah, that's how me and all my friends are. They're like, "Shelby, do you remember this class?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I know exactly who that is."
What's your face right down the hall?
Yeah. That's why I'm thankful for our school district because I've been in it for a while, and I feel like I've been in high school for quite a while, but I've only been in it for 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's definitely how I felt, especially when we were playing football and stuff. When we would do film my freshman year in the summer, you would go to classrooms sometimes and do film, and some of the coaches were teachers, and you would go to their classrooms.
Yeah.
And so that's how a lot of people that I knew my freshman year who were also freshmen, that's how they learned the layout of the school, was just going to film and kind of wandering around the halls. But I know this place like the back of my hand, but I can understand how it'd be confusing to some people.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Serve from Ledford, gets over the net, gets a pass right there, a set, looking for a spike, gets it over, Collins, set from Castle, and Jones just taps it over. Decides not to go with the spike there. It's going to be a point Knox Central. I believe it was a double hit there on Linkamp.
Yeah.
Kind of going back to football here, you got, speaking of South Laurel, Knox Central will be taking on South Laurel next week at home. It's a big game right there as we lost to the Cardinals last year in heartbreaking fashion within the last minute.
Yes.
And such a heartbreaker, especially being on that field. And, we had went into that game thinking that we were every game you go in, you think you're going to win, you're going to want to win. And going up there and then thinking we were pulling away, and they just couldn't convert on offense. And then one of the last plays of the fourth quarter, just screen pass and it didn't make a tackle, and you score that touchdown right there, completely changes the game. And South ended up taking that game away. So, but it's been because South Laurel's football program has not been a real game changer as of late. I remember Knox Central took down South Laurel by 30-plus points back when I was an 8th grader, and then thinking, but then you have a coach come in from Pulaski County who's completely turned it around over there. But
Yes.
Miss Joy McKeon is in the building. I'm sure somebody you're also familiar with. That's our cheer coach. One of our very proud pieces of Knox Central here is cheerleading Knox Central has become a cheerleading school. When you talk to people that aren't from around here, you say Knox Central, oh, that's where old Joy McKeon and company down there. So I know, you spend a lot of time with the girls, and I know your mom's also a cheer coach. So, how long have you been around cheerleading?
Well, I think Joy has coached 6 years, and Mom has been with her since the first start of it. So I've been around it for a long, long time, and she has took this program and she's built it up, and I couldn't be more proud of her and Mom and Paula and, of course, the girls.
Oh, that was a weird point right there. I thought, that's errant, but no. Sticks it in the line right there. It's going to be a point Knox Central.
That was a smart play.
Yeah, absolutely. They double Lynn Camp's score. Knox Central up 22-11 here in that second set.
Yes. But Joy, she is like a second mom to me.
Absolutely.
And I know she would do anything for anybody in this school.
Any kid, doesn't matter who they are. If Joy has talked to them or not, it's just going to be point Lynn Camp right there. But I can tell you, one of the nicest people that you will meet. But I know a lot of people. Every coach in this building is hard. And you'll hear the cheer girls be like, "Oh, Joy's so hard." They win.
But they win.
They win.
That's true.
But you have multiple state titles. You got a national championship. You win your in-game district just about every year. That ball looked in. That looked in.
It looked in to me.
That's going to be a point Lynn Camp.
Yeah.
You won tons of in-game district titles and all that. So very, very proud. I know Mr. Matlock does a lot of stuff for the cheer team.
Yes.
And you've got UCA Nationals this year, which every year is a big event. They've placed 4th the last 2 years, but they won a national title just 2 or 3 years ago.
Yes.
Which whenever that competition comes around, it'll be 3 years' time. But it's a staple. I would say in the 13th region, won multiple 13th region in-game titles as well. You've won a lot of region titles, KHSAA.
Yes.
So I know that's one of the things that a lot of people get confused about cheerleading. We get a good pass right here, set from Castle, spike from McDonald is going to get over and point Knox Central. So you have your in-game competitions, you have your region competition and your KHSAA competitions, and you have UCA.
Yes.
So you can have an in-game region, you have a KHSAA region, and you have a UCA region. Of course, all those lead to different things. As Knox Central is going to take that set right there, 2-0. Knox Central looking to take this third set in a sweep. We will go to ads. This is
the Blue and Gold Network.
Welcome to the Blue and Gold Network, Knox Central's premier student-led media outlet covering Knox Central sports, events, and beyond. As we celebrate 20 years on Panther Way, join us in hearing stories of past alumni, successes, and milestones. Be sure to stick around for a halftime show for interviews of notable KC coaches, teachers, alumni, and more. Thank you for being a part of the Blue and Gold Network and the Knox Central family. This is one of the only student-led broadcasts in the region. Thank you for supporting our stream and our media students. Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more. Pharmacy supports Knox Central Media and the Blue and Gold Network. Visit them at 511 Knox Street in Barville or call them at 606-546-3171. Knox Professional Pharmacy is your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and prescription needs.
Thank you to the Army National Guard for sponsoring this stream, Knox Central Media, and Athletics. Interested in college? Get up to 100% tuition covered. Find a local recruiter for more information or go to nationalguard.com.
Thank you to Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique for supporting this stream. Established in 2017, specializing in embroidery, screen printing, DTG, DTF, and boutique clothing. Find them at 1263 US 25E in Barberville or call them at 606-620-4002. Find them on Facebook at Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique.
Support the Knox Central Media students by following our social media outlets on Facebook at Blue and Gold Network and on YouTube at KCHS Panther News. This stream is exclusively produced by media students.
Millward & Castle, your auto accident attorney, located on the Port Square in Barberville, provides law services for personal injury, criminal defense, nursing home neglect, and auto accidents. Millward & Castle has been practicing law in Knox County for 25 years. For more information, call them today at 606-546-5114 or go to milwardandcastle.net.
Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 30. Welcome back to the Panther Den for the third set between Knox Central and Lynn Camp. Knox Central taking the first two sets here. Great play from Knox Central to lead to those two-set wins, but a couple sloppy plays here and there have led to Lynn Camp playing them pretty close these first two sets, especially in the beginning. So what do you think of those first two sets?
I think they were good. There's just some things that happen in games, and I know that as an athlete, and they just got to keep going.
Absolutely. So Castle is going to do serve the ball here first.
Blakely, I play softball with her. Now, she is a multi-sport athlete as well. A lot of the girls are. Even Kennedy, she plays basketball. I know that.
Good good serve. Gets over the net. Pass up over. It's going to be out. See, that's what I was saying earlier about communication.
Yes.
I mean, everybody saw the ball was going to go out, but still, every player on the team yelled out.
Out. Yeah. I think in volleyball, that's a big thing, too. You got to talk.
And you got to be able to trust your teammates.
Yes.
See, that's what I was kind of telling, what I was saying earlier, is that those sort of spikes, when you're in that back position right there, you don't have the time to think, the trajectory of the ball is going this way or this and that. Like, you got to go, and you don't know if that ball is going to be in or not because it's going so fast. So it's just a good, it's almost a guessing game as that ball is going to go out. Point Knox Central.
Kennedy serving.
Serve doesn't get over the net. Kennedy, we were talking about softball. Her sister, Madison, also a former softball player here at Knox Central.
Yeah. She was a great center fielder. Anywhere you put her, she was awesome.
Good serve right here. Gets over the net. Going to get just a tap from Castle.
Oh, that was good.
That's a difficult play to make right there if you're number 8 on Lynn Camp. Another thing I love about the volleyball games, it's the people running the concession stands is the volleyball players.
Yes.
Good set from Ledford right there. Good set from Castle. As McDonald gives it a good spike, but nobody went for the ball right there. But I know softball's worked concessions a couple times for baseball games and vice versa there. So kind of that whenever you're playing softball, how much more is it than more than just softball? Like working games and I know some people umpire Little League games and stuff like that. Is there anything else that a lot of softball players will do other than just, practicing and playing?
Yeah, we help with the Little League sometimes, and we do a lot of stuff for the community. We do some of our town hosts some stuff that we are involved in, and we go to the beach together. We do stuff down there.
Spike doesn't get over the net right there. It's going to be 5-3 Lynn Camp lead here in the third set. Trying to get a good serve right here. Gets it over the net. Millie passes it.
Oh, didn't get over.
Difficult play right there if you're Castle. As Lynn Camp has now doubled Knox Central's score. 6-3, Lynn Camp leads.
Knox Central needs to battle back right here.
All right, got to win this set right here. Castle just hits it up. Millie's just going to get it over the net.
Ah.
Yeah, another one of those communication things.
Yes.
See, that's what I think. I think that's what separates a good team from a bad team is pressure. How well can you handle pressure, and how well can you respond to pressure? So things like that, like, okay, if you're in a basketball game, how are you going to respond to a full court press when you're playing against a good team? I know that's what Coach Madden really liked to do.
Yes.
And so when they were working and stuff, and but a full court press, I think, is really that's the best test for a team, especially in basketball, because whenever you have everybody right there, you can. I mean, anybody can beat any sort of full court press with any sort of play. But are you able to respond when you get a double team on you? You're in a triple threat, and you're just waiting to see if you can get anything open. A double hit there from Castle, as it's going to extend Lincamp's lead to 2 here in the third set. Oh, amazing serve right there.
That was a great serve.
Panthers looking for another district win. Got a district win just 2 days ago up there in Pineville, taking on the Lady Mountain Lions. Beat them 3-1. Oh, another amazing serve. Back-to-back amazing serves. Collins gets it up. Castle sets it. Jones gives it a good cut. See, that's the thing I was saying. That ball was going out.
Yes.
But that's such a hard judgment to make right there.
Good tap by Karras. Get a point for the Panthers.
Fighting back, you only cut that deficit to 3, so you want to at least tie it up within these next 5 points.
Yes.
Collins gets it up. Set from Castle, spike from Jones.
She hits it so hard. It really impresses me how hard these girls can hit it.
Oh, what a good hit right there. Good pass, gets it over the net, as it's going to be a double hit right there on Linkamp, point Knox Central. Knox Central's JV also took down the Lady Cats right before this game. Collins gets it up. Castle sets it. Millie just tries to get it over. Way errant right there. See, she was playing up a lot further up than she usually plays, so I say that was a weird angle right there.
You definitely have to adjust. You're moving a lot.
Ledford gets it up. Castle just wants to kind of get over the net as Karras gets it over. Ledford going to pass it. Another one from McDonald as Jones is going to spike the ball, but ball does not get back there. Yeah, ball doesn't get back over the net. Another point for Knox Central.
Ledford are serving.
Ledford been serving the ball well today.
Yes.
Gets it over the net. A hit as a point Knox Central. Makes it 9-10. They've won 3 of the last 4 points.
They've cut Linkamp's lead down back to 1.
Hoping to tie it up right here. Maybe take away, maybe gain the lead here within the next 3 points. Is trying to kind of go away with this set and try and pull away from the game as Castle gets it over. But it's going to be a point Knox Central. I think she was in the net.
Yes.
Tied up here, 10-all. Ledford goes up with it again. Gets it over. It's a pass right there. Gets another one. Goes to try and kind of spike it, but it still goes out. 11-10, Knox Central. Panthers retake the lead here in the third set. Looking to try and run away with this one with a clean sweep. Ledford just stops right there. Takes a little mulligan right there. Gets that ball over. Diving play right there is they're able to get it over the net. Ledford goes up with it again. Set from Castle. Jones spikes the ball.
That was good.
Nothing you can even do right there if you're in camp.
Her spikes are hard to hit.
Absolutely. Another great serve right there. Does get a good set, but gets it over. It looked like it might have been going out. It's just a wild goose chase for the ball. So that ball almost hit a light fixture. But believe it or not,
it got over.
That ball is still in play. It's another great spike right there from Jones. It's going to go out. But that ball, because we've had difficulties with the ball going, in the air, hitting the rafters or a basketball goal or this whole thing right here. Ball's still in play. So if you hit that top thing right there and it goes right down, it spikes right down, that's still a point. So just gets it back over the net. Collins going to give it up. As Blakely and Ledford tried to hit it right there, as Brown's just going to tap it right back over, get it over the net, and kind of a little fight right there as Knox Central's going to take that point. 14-10, Knox Central leads, 11 points away from a clean sweep.
Ledford is serving great right now, getting the ball in play.
She served the last 5 points for Knox Central. Just gets it right back over. And it's going to be out. 15-10. Knox Central extends their lead to 5. Lynn Camp is going to take a timeout right here. Knox Central kind of pulling away right here. We're going to go to ads. This
is the Blue and Gold Network.
Welcome to the Blue and Gold Network, Knox Central's premier student-led media outlet covering Knox Central sports, events, and beyond. As we celebrate 20 years on Panther Way, join us in hearing stories of past alumni, successes, and milestones. Be sure to stick around for a halftime show for interviews of notable KC coaches, teachers, alumni, and more. Thank you for being a part of the Blue and Gold Network and the Knox Central family. This is one of the only student-led broadcasts in the region. Thank you for supporting our stream and our media students. Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years. Alrighty, we are back here again for the third set. Knox Central leads by 5, looking to come away with a clean sweep. Ledford goes up, gets it over, but does not go over the net. First errant serve she's had.
Looks like some changes for Lynn Camp.
Collins gets it up. Castle gives it a good hack, and Ledford just pushes it over. Good spike right there from Lynn Camp. Knox Central gets back into position. A spike from Jones, and that's a good spike right there.
Yes. Them are hard to judge, hitting the net, and then it comes right off.
Absolutely.
Castle serving for the Panthers.
Great serve right there, but still a good play there from Lynn Camp as Collins should have passed as Castle's going to set it for Brown. Brown gets it over. A diving play there from Lynn Camp. Oh, that ball looked like it was going to go out right there, but still tough play.
She got her hands on it. 17-11, Panthers.
So are you looking to call any football games this year?
I am.
Oh yeah, I know we had Steve Black working with us Friday. He's
awesome.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love Steve. I've called, I'd say about half of those 50 games I called with Steve, whether it be volleyball, basketball, football. Also Peyton Barnhill, another person that really likes to come on the streams.
My 8th grade social studies teacher.
I love Peyton. Known him for a while. He used to be a teacher at Flat Lake, and a lot of my Flat Lake friends really liked him as well. As it's going to be another point for Knox Central. Knox Central 7 points away from a clean sweep.
Jones is going to be serving for the Panthers. She's had a great night tonight.
Oh, absolutely. One of the best nights she's had. Jones going to go up, try and get it over. Great serve right there. Goes straight back, point Knox Central. You're looking for another big win next week against Barville.
Yes.
If you can get that, you can secure that first seed in the district and kind of secured your spot there in the 13th region tournament, as the Panthers have not played in the region tournament in a minute.
Yes.
So I was talking to Emily about softball and all that, and playing in the 13th region tournament. So was that a little?
Yes.
Was that a little kind of mind blowing? Because I remember my first JV high school basketball game. I know it's not the same, but like I remember going out there and thinking a JV game. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I couldn't imagine playing in a varsity region tournament game. So yeah.
Yes. Softball this year, we're looking to secure the district title. We didn't last year, but I feel like we've kind of gotten better since then. We've lost a lot of girls, but we're going to work just as hard. And we've got a lot of spots to fill.
I know, I was talking to Emily about the senior leadership that you had on that team with 6 seniors. So coming back from that, I know a lot of them you also played basketball with. So you're missing a lot of leadership in both softball and basketball. So being a multi-sport athlete, I know a lot of people, they'll play 4 sports in middle school and then they'll come up and that's going to go out, Point Lynn Camp. But you play multiple sports in middle school, then you come up to the high school and, you know, people sometimes will just completely quit sports altogether.
Yeah.
So, I did for a little bit there, play multiple sports. It's tough.
It is. It really is. Keeping up for school, and because you got to keep up in school to even play high school sports. That's a big.
And also another thing that I really struggled with, like clubs and stuff, like TSA.
Yes.
I realized that I couldn't do like football, basketball, and baseball because I couldn't go to TSA. I couldn't be able to do academic team and all this other stuff that I was wanting to do. And you really, because you can't be like a lot of the clubs up here, they're a lot more strict than it was in middle school, because a lot of clubs was like, okay, if you just want to come to the big competition this day, you don't really have to go to any practice. But the clubs around here are like, you need to be at the meetings, you need to be here. But also, your sports teams are like, okay, we want you at every practice, we want you at every game, we want you at everything. So you can't be multiple places at once.
Yes.
And I think that's what a lot of people will struggle with, is there's an ace there for Knox Central, 1 point away from coming away with a clean sweep over Lynn Camp. Sorry about that, having some technical difficulties as Jones spikes it over, gets over. And this game is over. Clean sweep of the Lady Cats. Knox Central come away with their 5th win of the year, undefeated in region and district play, 5-0 on the year. A big win for the Lady Panthers, especially when it comes district time. You got wins over Pineville and Lynn Camp. Now you're looking to take down the Lady Tigers up here. And when do we play Barville? Tuesday? Day after Labor Day. We will be streaming that game.
That'll be a good crosstown rivalry.
I was telling Emily, it doesn't matter if you're playing softball, baseball, basketball. It does not matter. It's going to be close. It's going to be heated, and it's going to be a rivalry game.
Yes, it's always a good game, no matter what you play them in.
Absolutely.
Both teams played great tonight.
We're going to roll some ads real quick, but we will be bringing Amy Gross and Kennedy Jones up here for an interview. This
is the Blue and Gold Network.
Welcome to the Blue and Gold Network, Knox Central's premier student-led media outlet covering Knox Central sports, events, and beyond. As we celebrate 20 years on Panther Way, join us in hearing stories of past alumni, successes, and milestones. Be sure to stick around for our halftime show for interviews of notable KC coaches, teachers, alumni, and more. Thank you for being a part of the Blue and Gold Network and the Knox Central family. This is one of the only student-led broadcasts in the region. Thank you for supporting our stream and our media students. Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more. Pharmacy supports Knox Central Media and the Blue and Gold Network. Visit them at 511 Knox Street in Barville or call them at 606-546-3171. Knox Professional Pharmacy is your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and prescription needs.
Thank you to the Army National Guard for sponsoring this stream, Knox Central Media, and athletics. Interested in college? Get up to 100% tuition covered. Find a local recruiter for more information or go to nationalguard.com.
Thank you to Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique for supporting this stream. Established in 2017, specializing in embroidery, screen printing, DTG, DTF, and boutique clothing. Find them at 1263 US 25E in Barberville or call them at 606-620-4002. Find them on Facebook at Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique.
Support the Knox Central Media students by following our social media outlets on Facebook at Blue and Gold Network and on YouTube at KCHS Panther News. This stream is exclusively produced by media students.
Millard & Castle, your auto accident attorney, located on the Port Square in Barberville, provides law services for personal injury, criminal defense, nursing home neglect, and auto accidents. Millard & Castle has been practicing law in Knox County for 25 years. For more information, call them today at 606-546-5114 or go to millardandcastle.net.
Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more.
Bombshell Beauties, located on Knox Street in Barberville, offers a wide variety of women's clothing, shoes, accessories, hair products, and lash extensions, and much more. Also, visit their Palmville location in downtown. Find them on Facebook at Bombshell Beauties or give them a call at 606-546-4789.
The Mountain Advocate has been Knox County's most trusted news source since 1904. For the latest in community news, sports, and more, pick up a copy today or visit mountainadvocate.com. Thank you to the Mountain Advocate for featuring Knox Central media journalism students with print partnership and highlights of our photographers and more. Use code KC2025, that's KC2025, for 25% off a local print or digital subscription. Go Panthers. This
This
is
the Blue and Gold Network.
Welcome to the Blue and Gold Network, Knox Central's premier student-led media outlet covering Knox Central sports, events, and beyond. As we celebrate 20 years on Panther Way, join us in hearing stories of past alumni, successes, and milestones. Be sure to stick around for our halftime show for interviews of notable KC coaches, teachers, alumni, and more. Thank you for being a part of the Blue and Gold Network and the Knox Central family. This is one of the only student-led broadcasts in the region. Thank you for supporting our stream and our media students. Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more. Pharmacy supports Knox Central Media and the Blue and Gold Network. Visit them at 511 Knox Street in Barville or call them at 606-546-3171. Knox Professional Pharmacy is your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and prescription needs.
Thank you to the Army National Guard for sponsoring this stream, Knox Central Media, and athletics. Interested in college? Get up to 100% tuition covered. Find a local recruiter for more information or go to nationalguard.com.
Thank you to Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique for supporting this stream. Established in 2017, specializing in embroidery, screen printing, DTG, DTF, and boutique clothing. Find them at 1263 US 25E in Barberville or call them at 606-620-4002. Find them on Facebook at Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique.
Support the Knox Central media students by following our social media outlets on Facebook at Blue and Gold Network and on YouTube at KCHS Panther News. This stream is exclusively produced by media students.
Millard & Castle, your auto accident attorney, located on the Port Square in Barberville, provides law services for personal injury, criminal defense, nursing home neglect, and auto accidents. Milford and Castle has been practicing law in Knox County for 25 years. For more information, call them today at 606-546-5114 or go to milfordandcastle.net.
Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more.
Bombshell Beauties, located on Knox Street in Barberville, offers a wide variety of women's clothing, shoes, accessories, hair products, and lash extensions, and much more. Also, visit their Pineville location in downtown. Find them on Facebook at Bombshell Beauties or give them a call at 606-546-4789.
The Mountain Advocate has been Knox County's most trusted news source since 1904. For the latest in community news, sports, and more, pick up a copy today or visit mountainadvocate.com. Thank you to the Mountain Advocate for featuring Knox Central media journalism students with print partnership and highlights of our photographers and more.
Hey Panther Nation, my name is Shelby Smith and I'm a freshman here at Knox Central High School, and I'm with one of my good friends, Kennedy Jones. So you just came off a big district win, and you all have been starting the season off very great. How do you feel to start the season off 5-0?
It feels really good. It's a big accomplishment for us, and we've just been putting in the work this whole summer, and it feels really good.
Y'all are hard workers, and it's paying off. So I know you're a multi-sport athlete because you play with me. What is your favorite?
I would have to go with volleyball. I've played two of the other sports probably a little bit longer, but volleyball has just been there. It's been in my family this whole time, and I just really like it.
So, what do you look forward in the rest of the district and region play?
Just to pull out some more wins and just keep pushing, and let's win district and then just go on with region.
I'm all in for that. I'm ready for a district title. So, you all play Barberville Tuesday, and that is a small town rival here. What are your expectations for Barberville?
I know they're going to come out. They're going to want the win, but I'm hoping we can pull out and beat them, and then, yeah.
They're going to come out, but I believe we're going to come out even stronger.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Congratulations
Thank
on your
you.
win.
Hello, Coach Gross. So tonight, big win tonight, big district win. How does that carry in? A 5-0 season. You took down Pineville earlier in the week, so how big of a win is this for your girls?
We're doing good. Pineville was a big win for us. Lynn Camp, it's another Knox County school. We're always glad to take the win, but if they were to win, we're glad for them too.
Sorry about that. But yeah, like we were talking up here, 5-0. It's one of the best starts you've had here, and so 5-0. Like it's not against bad teams or anybody. We played North Laurel for the first game of the season. You win that in 4 sets or 5 sets, and then you like I said, you beat Pineville, you beat Clay County, now you beat Lynn Camp. You're going on. So how is that carrying into the Barberville game?
So that we've got it riding high, pretty high. We're going to go in the Barberville game pretty confident. We know what we need to clean up. We're working on that in practice. We're playing in the 2A tournament Saturday against Bell, so we'll hopefully carry some of that cleanup in there and see how we do there against the region team.
So you started off down 8-1 or 7-1 in that first set right there. And you called that timeout, and they came out and they won that first set by about 10. So what did you say in that timeout that really helped those girls get the advantage?
We just talked about, we went over stuff yesterday in practice, coverage, and that was what's absolutely killing us this season is working on our coverage, making sure we've always got somebody in that back row if somebody sends it deep, coming up, getting those tips, those little shots off our blocks. We're also playing, we're rotating middles right now. One of our starting middles plays basketball, so we're sharing her there. And so we got a couple of good ones that are coming in and picking up the slack. And so it's just figuring it out and meshing as a team, constantly playing different players. So
you've been working with these girls for a while now. So how have kind of your senior leaders like Amelia Lord and Emma McDonald, how have they kind of factored into fostering this? They're pretty young, but you have 4 juniors on the court. But you're very well balanced out. You don't have a heavy senior, junior, really anything. You're pretty well balanced. You got like 2 to 5 people just about every class. You got some sophomores, some freshmen. So what have these seniors done for these girls?
So we're hurting a little bit. Amelia Lord's out for the season with a shoulder injury, so that hurt a little bit. But she's there on the side cheering on the team, being a good support, and that helps with our team morale. Emma comes out. She gets some big hits for us. She'll get some big blocks for us in every game she plays, and she just brings the morale and boosts it up. Kennedy is probably one of our bigger hitters right now, and it's just having like those leaders out there with my younger girls that are coming up from the middle school, and so seeing that and getting them to mesh so that we'll just continue to keep having good seasons one after another instead of having to completely rebuild every so often.
Yeah, so kind of one thing that you see out there, the 2 or 3 games that I've watched, everybody holds each other accountable. Nobody's the one player, or like they're not like, oh, don't say anything to them because they know what they're doing. It's like everybody is held accountable. Everybody has to do their job or else it won't work. And that's something we were kind of talking about up here, like communication. Volleyball is such a hard game, making judgments on the ball. Like we were talking about serves and stuff, people like Blakely and Kennedy on those spikes and stuff. Like you don't have that time to think, especially when you're playing against like a good team. You don't have time to think. It's just play. I mean, you don't have time to think, well, the trajectory of the ball is going to go here. This ball, maybe it'll go back here. Like it's not think about it. You got to go. So what? How do you prepare for that sort of play?
And that's something we work on in practice. That's something, if you're down there in my timeout huddles, that I have to tell them a lot. Quit thinking and just do. We've trained for this. We've practiced this. We've practiced these situations, these scenarios. What if a ball goes here? What if a ball goes there? And so you just got to really rely on your muscle memory. And so when you see them out there starting to make little goofy, silly mistakes, it's because they've started to think instead of doing their muscle memory. And then we just got to bring them back in.
All right, well, thank you, Coach Gross. A big win tonight. We will be streaming next Tuesday's game against the Lady Tigers right there. So you're looking to get that first seed when it comes district play. And then, you're playing against either Lynn Camp, Pineville, or Barber, whoever it may be, however it shapes out. But gives you a good chance to punch your ticket to the region tournament, however it may be. And so when was the last time you guys played in the region tournament?
Not last year, the year before.
And so that would definitely be a big opportunity for these girls. Like we said, pretty young team, a team that some of them haven't seen that region tournament. So when they're going to come up, they got those lights in their face. And even just the district championship, sometimes it's a little bit too bright for some people. But I'm sure you're going to get these girls in shape and get them going, especially with these 5 wins right here. Carrying over, trying to make it 6-0 Tuesday. I know. Good luck in that 2A tournament Saturday against Bell County. All right, have a great season. Thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks.
No problem. Signing off tonight, Blue and Gold Network. Knox Central takes down Lynn Camp. We will be streaming tomorrow night's game between Marion County and Knox Central football. See you there.